Ooh, says we're live. There we go. Let's wait and see if people turn up. Come on, people. We're having a party. A Lego party. But it's going live stream. Don't move about. Tip. If you want the internet to work, don't move about. There we go. Nearly 1 minute. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've got dragons and we've got dragons. Why is it when you message everyone, no one's awake? Oh, look, yeah, another donut. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. I should really plug the keyboard in. No, I don't want to watch you build a castle because you don't know how to. But I will send you a link. And if I send you a link, that means I expect you. Come on, yo. Yeah. Let me throw one in the jungle as well. Ready? Now, if I throw it in the jungle, that's it for that. There you go. See? Now you got a link. You got to come on, Cal. No excuse. I've done a live stream. I've got dragons and castle bits and masonry bricks. And Majesto. Got Majesto. Listen. I didn't know there was kings and queens of the bayou. If there is, then you can be it. My internet is shocking. It should be banging, and it is shocking. I'm going to turn my mobile phone off. See if that helps. Here we go. We need all the signals. All the signals. We ain't got no hamster. What's up, JDP? How you doing, buddy? Just chilling. Just chilling. Yeah, look. Links there, y'all. Yes, sir. I find JDP builds. Sorry, I hate using touchpad on a laptop, but I ain't plugged my keyboard and mouse in because I don't plan to be keeping this laptop as my stream one. But yeah, you have a link as well now, JDP, if you'd like to join. Don't have to. I can hold it down on my own. That's why I went live. I am a big boy. Unlike Cal. You know, little donut he is. He's more like a little profiterole. Yeah, been watching YouTube, waiting to see who goes live. I've noticed Ben's bricks design is digitally creating his stadium. I was watching that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good luck to Ben on design. I've never used digital design to do a mock. I always do it from the old-fashioned brain box. I like to just sit and think up, experiment, testing. As Tommy would say, we need to do some testing, Dad. Yeah, little monkey made me go on a walking mission earlier, one that I didn't have to do. Dang kids. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Castle's coming along, getting everything ready. Eventually, I'm going to do a video. Just because I'm going to do a video, don't mean I'm going to upload it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There are more JDP. That ain't all the dragons. So some of them. There's more dragons, but more dragons, and more dragons, and more effing dragons. There we go. Dragons. There, look, just for you. 3 more. Look. There we go. No, nothing tomorrow, Cal. Listen. Some of us like to take our time, you know. It's you young bucks that rush in there, you know. You know. Yes, no, I ain't doing no video on a Friday. Friday is a business day. We've got to make money on a Friday. These kids are expensive, man, wanting Nike trainers and everything else. You know, when I was a kid, I was told, there's a pair of shoes, like it or lump it. Nowadays, it's got to have the tick, it's got to have the name, it's got to have the air bubble. You know, I blame magazines and social media. Because, yeah, suddenly everyone's got one of these and suddenly everyone wants to be one of those. And, have you got... Yeah, come on, JDP, listen. I always pop in because you do live stream a lot, buddy. Hats off to you. You also do a lot of sorting, and I feel your pain there. Cal, listen. The FBI are cool with me. Listen, we're cool. Me and the FBI, right? They know that I manage Hollywood Mullet, so they don't worry about me because they know that I work with celebrity mullets that used to be on cows. Yeah. I have a special line for if anyone endangers the mullet, you know. Press 6 on your phone. Now, our good buddy Hoosier's probably knackered and understandably so. He's probably been at work all week, and the last thing he wanted to do was live stream tonight, which is cool. Like I said, I've been sitting here watching YouTube, and I thought, you know what? I'm actually going to go live. And I even plugged the external camera in, as you can see. That's not my webcam. That's my external camera. And external microphone. Yeah. That's why I love webcams with built-in mics. Because one USB lead. Now, I would say I can move the camera, but if I do, it'll probably kick me out because the camera wire is very sensitive. I don't know whether that's because I've tried to. That's it. That's what it's about, Jade. JDP, you know, people don't realise that all these builds come from mounds of that sorting. Look at the masonry brick in front of you. Look at the castle bricks in front of you. These ones, you know. Taking the time to pick them all out, stack them all up, get them ready for a build. People don't understand this. You know, and there is, I'm sure even Cal will say there's a zen to having your bricks all set out in front of you when you want to do a build, especially a mock build. If you've got all your parts in front of you, you know what I mean, it flows. And it does. Just taking that little bit of time, like you say, it's monotonous. None of us like sorting. Let's be real. But the reward is when you go to build, it's so much easier. It's like you've already done half the work. And that's what I do with the castle. I take it down, get the bricks together, and then once I got a stack of 1x1s, 1x2s, 1x6 arches, 1x6 arches in dark bluish grey, you know, I get it all together, and then I plan out in my head, and I put it down in brick. That's why I don't play Minecraft, because if you've got time to do that, you should be building out your Lego. You know what I mean? If you've got all these creative ideas, Lego collection ideas, kind of the point of it. Well, I thought it was anyway. Yeah. I made a little cigarette here. That's perfect. Gonna have to go and get a drink in a minute, but I'll wait till somebody comes on for that. But yeah, no. Again, JDP, you know, I always beat on Cal, and Cal will tell you this, but me and Cal found something very therapeutic when he's got one of the boats from the Pirates of the Caribbean. He took it apart and cleaned it. And he said it was just so therapeutic, you know? Just to sit and take it apart, give it a dusting. And kudos to him. He took his time. He did it properly. He took bits off. Do you know what I mean? He really went to town. And again, it's his own reward. When you take time with Lego and you do it right, you don't really get it wrong. If you're getting it wrong, you're doing it wrong. That's my view. And yeah. You know, everyone knows that I've built probably 600,000 million castles, and although there's pictures of them all, I don't remember them all. I couldn't remember the last 10, but I know this. I know that when I get a bee under my bonnet, so to speak, I have to build it, whether it's castle, train, mock, you know. Oh, don't, man. JDP, in the first days of me on YouTube, crayons, bits of hair, crisps, definitely a lot of non-Lego, normally cheap cars, as in like, you know, just, you know, Matchbox type cars, bits of figures, arms. Do you know what I mean? I went through my fair share of bulk cleaning out Lego and doing all these different things, and yeah. Again, I don't buy from Bricklink. I'm not a member of Lego VIP. You know, most of what I've got comes from yard sales, you know, Goodwill shops, you know, eBay. I've just been lucky, really. And yeah, as I've changed theme, I've found what I've wanted, and I buy what I like, same as everyone else. I just tended to get into castle, and yeah, everyone told me it was going to be expensive. They just didn't tell me how expensive. But I wouldn't change it. And yeah, again, the castle was all done for one of my children, because this all started over him having a castle set. And if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be the castle. You know, I would have probably stuck to city and done like city and space and all of that. But again, I was doing too many themes. one person cannot do like all 15 or 16 or however many there are Lego themes. It's just too much, man, on the money, on the time, on everything. I can't anyway. I did go through a few phases. I did City. I did Marvel. I didn't really do Technic, but I've acquired a bit. Again, the Paradisa, I just acquired that. The Islanders was a wanted buy. Some of the pirate stuff, again, Goodwills and just being lucky. Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a good place to find Lego. If you've got a vehicle and can travel, it's in most countries now, you know. And then we've got Little Man's Trains up the end. Got so many trains up there. Bless him. I gave him all the trains, didn't I? I said, you might as well have the trains. I give him his kudos. Tommy Lee started out by collecting Thomas Minis and watching Thomas. And that passioned his love for trains. And you know, he's got every single Thomas Mini he ever owned. What's up, Panda? There is a link in both the groups if you'd like to come on. I thought I'd live stream. Who's just probably had a busy week. I was watching some YouTube. I was a bit bored. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to live stream. I just am. I'm not going to set a time. I'm not going to do all of that. I'm just going to go live. So I did. And here I am. And we got dragons and castle and dragons. And we've been talking about sorting. We've been talking about all sorts of things and cleaning Lego, sorting Lego, purchasing Lego. We've covered some topics, man. We've only been going 17 minutes, though. Yeah. Having good, healthy discussions. Cal's got to come on because I sent him the link, see, Panda. So now he has to come on, otherwise I'll kick his ass. That's it, you know. Like I say, the link is in the groups if you want to come on. I don't know how long I'm going to live stream. I can have up to 6. But I thought, hey, who's just not doing it? I'll take the weight off. Cal, you don't even need to know if I can Lego. I've got other people that have seen me Lego, so... The thing with me is I don't have no set schedule, you know, unlike the others, and I do admire them for it. I only do this as a hobby, you know. For me, it's fun. I'm here for y'all. I love y'all. You know, the Lego community accepted the crazy British guy in, you know. And guess what? Now it's too late. I'm here. Yes, I said it. But no, I don't have any stream pattern. There is talks of me maybe setting up a bit of a show and maybe doing something once a month with some others. It is only in like talks though. We're not gonna put no pressure on it, you know. People have commitments. It's cool. But yeah, there is something ticking away in the background again, you know. I don't know. Cal, get your butt on here. Come on. I can't hold the show down forever, you know. I've got to get more castle Lego. I've got to move the dragons. What am I getting next? More dragons? I'm getting more dragons. I've got more dragons. Don't worry. This is why Cliffy won't attack my castle, because he knows I've got all the dragons. See? Yeah, I'll take them for you. I had the book, because I ain't Cliffy. Let's let him in. There
What's up?
he is. Oh, buddy, do you know what?
What's up?
I've never been able to say this. You can call, Cal, you're in my stream. You can call me God, okay?
Look, bud, you got royalty on panel, okay?
Where's that? Where's that?
Me. Me.
Really?
I'm the royal pain in your ass, right?
You're a royal something. Mm-hmm.
I'm making burgers.
You know what I mean? What's up, Miss Heather? Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Miss Heather.
There is a link in both the groups if you'd like to come on. I don't often
Sorry,
live
Dad.
stream. Bit of a rare occasion.
It is a rare occasion. I'm never on Brett's panel.
We got Majesto too. Hello, Majesto. Yeah. And we got older Majesto. Then we got Majesto in his house. Look. Over there. See?
Majesto's Uncle Majesto.
Listen, I got more wizards than Harry Potter, y'all. Yeah. You just get some
Harry Ethan Potter.
Look, we've got Batlord, the real Batlord, not the CMF version. Everyone gets it wrong. Clifford gets it wrong. Hoosier gets it wrong. It's not the CMF version. That's the Vampire Lord. This is the original Batlord. His name is Basil, and he rides on a black dragon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good old Basil.
Cal, do you think I'm very charged up for 3 a.m.?
Yeah, for 3 a.m. Hell yeah.
What do we want? Do we want Regina the Witch? Regina the Witch? Should we fire Cliffy out of a catapult? What do you want? Come on. Oh, we can't fire him out of a catapult, can we, Cal? It's his birthday.
It is. Wow, I'm such a bad friend. I even was talking to him, didn't even tell him happy birthday.
There you go.
I'm kidding. See? That's tomorrow. I'm kidding. It's Friday for you.
Cal, it's not
tomorrow. Yeah, I
yet.
know.
You know? You're ready today.
I'm like, I'm such a bad friend. No, I'm kidding.
Miss Heather's trying to pick chicken dinners.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd be like, and you can have a prize, you can have a prize, and you can have a prize. Yeah.
And you get a cow, and you get a cow.
That's it. You get a stool and learn how to milk a cow.
There's your prize. Learning.
Yeah. You didn't think that I had the old Hollywood mullet ready for the FBI, did you, Cal? See?
That was funny.
That's what happens when you manage a celebrity superstar that works in Hollywood, see? You get the numbers for FBI. You get the special press 6. Yeah. Don't make me do it, Cal. They will GPS lock your house. Targeted. There cannot be another mullet to try and take over the Hollywood mullet. We can't.
Is it Billy Ray Cyrus coming after me?
Listen, it's a matter of national security. Yeah. Or if that don't work, we're going to put a tariff on mullets. Thanks for popping in, JDP. I appreciate it, brother.
Someone won the mail pig. Nice.
Dressed or undressed?
It was quite undressed.
Yeah. Came with a top, just no pants. Oh, look, there's no one to tell me off for saying it.
I'll show you later. Huh?
What's that? I'll show you later. No, smell you later. Ain't that what they say? I'm far too energized for 3 a.m. And before you say it, no, I'm not building anything. Because then I'll be up to probably about 8 a.m. and sleep most of tomorrow.
Right? Yeah, you get your brain going like that.
Yeah. Well, listen, every now and then, Cal, it's good to take your foot off the brakes. Do you know what I mean? Isn't it? Got to have some fun. You know? So where's this castle you're building? Ain't you done that yet? Come on.
No, I actually worked on a lot of the Castle Knight things today, and the video comes out tonight. As soon as I get off of here to go and load it or upload it. As to the castle fig portion, I put it on milk plate and got some of the greenery done. The path I was supposed to do on stream, I finally got that done.
Well, come on, show your work. Show your work.
No, I ain't near the computer yet. I'll show you in a minute. I'm still cooking dinner.
Listen, you be a good little wife and make sure you finish dinner first before you start showing us Lego mocks.
Look, Brad, I'm starving, okay? I'm the only one in this house who knows how to cook, it seems like. I'm kidding.
I tell you what, you're getting brave now, Cal. Is it rubbing off? I'm the only one that can cook. You will eat what I cook.
Tonight it is finished.
Suppose I'd better say it because I'm in the UK time. Happy birthday, Cliffy. There you go. Didn't add no sly comments. Didn't say nothing. Just if you hear a ding in a minute, it's not me firing the Cliffy minifig out the catapult. How can I be shooting him out of a catapult when I've got to hold this down? It's my live stream. Can't be shooting people out of catapults. It's dangerous. You might have someone's eye out. No. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Loads of people await your side, Cal, and there's me and you. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's only 8 o'clock my time.
That's what I mean. It's like 3 a.m. here. I can understand there not being more English people, but
it's like 10 or 11 for Miss Heather, something like that. I think 11 because I think 9 is midnight for Eastern. I don't know.
See, look,
it's still early for Hawaii. Hawaii's still going through half a day.
Cal, this is why you need that second brain cell. You have to start saving now.
There is no hope.
Well, there's always hope. He streams on a Friday, 1 a.m. UK time. I know because I'm on the panel. See, I'm more a panel guest. What's up, Scotty? There is a link in both groups. If you'd like to come on, brother. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, get down here.
I don't know how long we're going to stream for. I didn't even know that I was going to stream, but I am, and I did. So you are welcome to come on if you want. There is 4 more spots. Oh, I don't know. Need to be really looking at these new sets that are all coming out because I ain't seen any of them. If there's one thing I'm not looking at the moment, it's Lego. At the moment, I'm looking at PCs, you know? Yeah, no, you're good, brother. You're good. You chill, you chill. Like I said, I just thought, because old Hoogier didn't throw nothing up tonight, I'd come on and do a little while. Like I said, I don't know how long I'll live stream, but I thought I'd come and join you. See what's going on. Tomorrow's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Kids got school.
Wait, so it's 3 a.m. It would be, I guess it would be Friday for you, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's well and truly Friday for me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In 4 hours, everybody's getting up and going to school and work and stuff outside. Yeah. And see, that's why I came on now as well, because since I've been live with you, I haven't had to really look at the internet. The internet's fine. It's telling me so. I'm just like you, as you know.
Your internet's good because I'm wearing my full hat. You're getting good reception from my brain.
Really? I thought that was because the aliens were trying to talk to you again.
No, dude, we're all aliens, and the humans are trying to talk to us.
Really? I'm saying
trying to see how many people think I'm crazy by the end of the year.
Cal, can you hold it down for 1 minute, brother, while I grab a drink?
I don't know about holding it down. It's a lot to hold down.
Well, I would say hold it up, but I've seen your manly arms.
Thanks, Robert. Hi, people. That's just how he exits, is on a disc. That's the Brett. Good old Brett. Why did I come on here? Who forced me on here? I definitely didn't come on here by my own will. Will's not even here. Will's not here, man. Hello? Yeah, Brett's streaming and I'm on the panel. I don't think I've ever been on Brett's panel.
You want me to tell you a secret, Cal?
Who the hell's Brett?
You want me to tell you a secret?
What secret? I don't know about this, Brett. What do you know that I don't know? I don't even know my own secrets.
Right.
I don't tell myself them.
I think, don't quote me on this, if I'm 100% honest, I think I have 2 moderators.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got him. Mayo don't have nobody but himself. He's sitting there digging all the freaking trolls by himself.
Yeah.
If only he'd let one person help him.
I'm not being funny, Cal. My channel is not big enough to warrant trolls. I don't do enough.
Oh. Yeah. There's that too.
Scotty, Will can't be here. He's trying to find a purpose with Star Wars parts, because there is no purpose with Star Wars parts, because Star Wars is for kids. See? They're the best kinds of mods, Scotty.
And not one of them here.
Look, we got the best mods in the world. Yeah, they just don't know they're at work at the moment. That's all. Oh, I don't know. Let's move Regina the Witch. And we got some dragons. Dragons. Yeah, dragons. Still got 2 more. Suppose I could get them out. Then it means I have to move the red ones. Would you have to move the red ones now? A pain in the backside. This room's not big enough. Why did I give my son half my Lego room? Am I crazy? I think I am.
You are.
Well, listen, I have to share with him. He started giving me all the bottom lip stuff. I ain't good with that. Right. Now we've got to get the other dragons out. Hang on. Would have been much easier just to get high. But no, you have to go on live stream, didn't you? Here we go.
Fucker.
Right, I'm going to open the wings on this one because I don't often open the wings on this one. I don't often show this one. But yeah, I got that one from Avatar. Miss Heather, look, standing on 2 legs, you know. And the baby one's there. And that's Elves. That's an Elves baby dragon in the baby blue.
Baby.
He brought all the dragons out. He brought all the dragons out. Yeah. Yeah, now there's a wyvern there. A nice 4-legged dragon. Then we've got the other 2 wyverns over here. And all the other 2-legged dragons. Then I've got the Buckbees from Harry Potter in case you need a lift. See? We got air taxis for everyone. Air taxis for everyone.
Air taxis for days, bruh.
Well, this is it, all right? I'm not being funny. You can build your castle as high as you like. If someone can fly over the top of it and drop something inside, it's not going to end up well. You know?
You're not wrong.
You don't want to go to war with me. Where's my bag of boulders? Yes, you heard me correct. I have a bag full of boulders just to fling at other people. I'm so dedicated. Look.
Dedication.
Look at that, cow. That is dedication. That's a lot of ammo. Should we go through some? There we go. Yeah. Multicoloured boulders.
Well,
with the boxuary.
it's quite the box of rocks, eh?
Look at that. That is not even a boulder.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's an egg. I don't know what it's from. Could be from elves. Could be from something else. I don't know. But yeah, it was in the bag. So then we got a half brown, half translucent blue boulder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. Whatever them eggs were, they were obviously good because I bought 2 of them. Look. That one's cool. I like that one. Now, look. Can you see that cow with the orange?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like all the way around.
The lava.
It's so much better when Lego apply themselves. Do you know what I mean? This is why I like the painted on tiles and stuff, because it's like so much more. You know, there's the bottom of the lava one. Someone's obviously been fighting them because they're all mixed up. Look. But yeah, there's a whole bag of these. Look, translucent blue boulders. I've got tons.
You heard him, people. He's got a bag of blue rocks. Watch out.
Now look at the orange. Look at that. Come on, Lego.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they stop making this colour? Isn't it? You know what I mean? Why? Come on. Look, translucent orange, man. This is cool. Come on. And yeah, it's still a good look. Half the bag full. We've got logs today. So we've got boulders. We've got logs. Look, we've got logs. Need some logs now.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we need? Put the panels away. They have to go to bed. Put the panels away. I ain't getting the horses out. The people are all over there. I showed the L set the other day. I'm not picking it up again. I do have one more dragon. It's a Ninjago dragon.
The Ninjago.
Listen, you can just imagine me coming to America. Excuse me, sir, what's in the bag? Blue rocks.
Nothing, officer.
I'll be on the
Get
floor.
your hands off my
It's quicker than you can say USA. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. I did think about building something on a raised base plate earlier. I even pulled the base plate out. But then I started watching something on YouTube. YouTube's good for that, you know. There we go. Look, we've got Cobra as well. And we've got Panda.
What's up, Cobra? The donut stream.
Hello.
What's up, Panda?
Oh, not much.
We're just chilling, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out.
Me too.
Trying it with Brett. See, there's no holds barred here. We talk about what we want to talk about. Yeah. Not like these other streams where they, you know.
Oh, why? I don't feel it.
Listen, Cobra, Cal didn't bring donuts. He had one job. One job.
Go on, burgers?
I don't know. You gonna burn them with it?
They're in for you. I wanted them cooked. Shut up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it might be a bit cold by the time it gets to me, Cal.
I don't think this is the kind of smoke he needs. You see all the smoke?
And before you say it, Cal, you're not cheating and sending me $2 so that I can go and buy a microwave burger just so I can join you. That doesn't work. Good idea, though. But yeah, no. Trying to find a burger at 3 a.m. in the morning, they probably will think I'm on some sort of blue rock.
You donut. I was talking to my brother, but I'm just gonna let you have your minute there. Oh, Brett. Okay.
We'll try again. Maybe it's that that's interfering with. Yeah. I'll ask again. Are you intended to watch Thunderbolts, Panda?
I don't think so, but we'll see. Maybe late. Maybe not in the theater. Anyway.
Wait till it comes on Disney Plus, right?
Hmm.
Do you know what, buddy? I've watched it, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say this: it made me smile. Not many Marvel films have done that recently. I'm not saying that they're redeemed, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you say, when it goes on Disney Plus, it'll be worth a watch.
No, Brett went and talked with the moles down under for some illicit content.
Mm.
Illicit content, Cal. This is not your channel.
Yeah.
Or Cliffy's only fan. Mm. And don't make me start. We'll have little Woody parking up soon as well. We'll bring all the crazies
Uh-oh.
out. I don't
Nah,
think it
he
is
won't
Cobra, but we've got that other one coming out. I can't think what it's going to be. The girl that built the flying suit. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, they're going to be bringing another one out, and that one don't look so good. Thunderbolts was okay though.
Oh, was it clown stuff?
Mm.
Well,
Should I satisfy his curiosity, Cal?
curiosity.
No, I said to you, shall I satisfy Cobra's curiosity about am I into
Oh.
clowns?
Oh,
I'd
No,
say
I don't know
yes.
if it's a curious.
I'd say yes because I want to see where this is going.
Right. The answer to that is yes, and I've actually got a clown tattooed on my left arm.
Hmm.
That's how much I like clowns. And it's been there long before YouTube. Long before YouTube. Probably 15 years before YouTube. Yeah.
Hong Kong.
And do you know the funny thing? When I had the clown tattooed, the tattooist even turned around and said, "Can I take a picture?" And I said, "Why do you want to take a picture?" He said, "One from my wall," and he said, "Two." He said, "I've been doing this 5 years, and you're the second person I've done that's had a clown. People do not like clowns." I said, "Oh, right. Definitely got that one now, haven't I?" So I had a clown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My favourite Joker is Jared Leto, but not as the Joker. My favourite Joker is Heath Ledger always. But yeah, no, for visualisation, when Jared Leto played the clip where he sat there with the knives, that's the kind of crazy Joker that I know. And that's why, for me, visually, he's the one. But yeah, Ledger, through and through, always. No contest. Best Joker.
No contest. You all fail.
Look. I tell you what, Cobra, I bet if someone offered you a free Krusty burger, you wouldn't say no. Yeah. So don't tell me you're not a fan of clowns. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tell you the other one I see. Was it somebody did a rebrickable the bowling alley, Barney's Bowlerama? That looked quite good. Now Reed should build that. And then he can have all the bowling shirts and he can have all the sick figs bowling. That would be cool. I'm telling him to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just bowling.
Well, it's not that. Like, Reed's a really good bowler, Cal. He's like...
He's in a bowling league. He's in a bowling league.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that one would definitely be one more on the personal level, I think. But yeah, just the idea of it would be good. Bowling alley with your friends. You know? He'd love it. He'd probably make it out a clear plate or panel or whatever. Pull the ice bears in there as well. I've got to stop giving people ideas, man. I've got to start patenting this shit. I hope Miss Haley's doing well. Haven't heard from Miss Haley in a couple of days. Hope she's okay. And who's Yay? Don't know where MJ is. I did try ringing him about an hour ago. You love that, don't you, Cal? If I want someone, I don't care what time night or day it is, I'll ring you. If I want you, I'll ring you. Listen, it's cool to fun. If you've got it on while you're sleeping, that's because you want to be contacted. That's the way I see it.
Well, yes and no. I agree with that, but no.
You know. That's why I used to love having a motorbike, Cal. Because what I used to do is leave my phone at home, and then my motorbike started breaking, and I had to start taking my phone. Yeah, no, I used to leave my phone at home and go out for like 3 hours just riding around, not worrying about mobile phones because I rode a motorcycle. You know, your life's more important than a telephone call. That's why I've never had a headset on my helmet. I don't believe in that, you know. If you're riding the bike, you need to focus, just like if you're driving a car. You know, I'm not saying bad things are going to happen if you don't focus, but, you know, the odds are probably stacked 7 to 10 in favour of something bad happening if you're not paying attention. For that reason, as a designated driver, whether I'm alone or with passengers, I always focus on the road. As it should be.
Yeah,
And I like to go fast.
when you get a call at 3 o'clock in the morning from Brett, it's because he woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning for him. It's time for him to get up. You might as well get up.
Look, look, Brett. I'm gonna have some words, all right?
Cal, you just tell me what time you want your wake up call.
Look, okay? We're gonna have some talk.
Wakey.
I've still got some revenge to get on Cal as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Well, listen. You think I forget DJ Donut? Oh no!
Yeah, I'm surprised you brought that up. Oh shit! Oh.
See? Just when you think the dust has settled, along comes a tornado.
The DJ Donut.
The real question is, Cal, is your comeuppance going to be on Cliffy's stream on a Wednesday night when I'm on the panel like someone else was?
Mm-hmm.
Would I do that to Cal Panda? Probably.
Would you? Well, yes. Should you is a different question.
Well, listen, you know, Cal's a good boy, you know. I've got time for Cal. I make time for Cal.
Oh.
That's like I'm made him come on. I don't make anyone.
That's sweet.
But Cal,
I'm glad that's recorded.
Yeah, I
53.
Brother, listen, I come on your panels when I can, when you stream at the right time, you know.
Don't change your effing time. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Right?
The proper time.
Well, you know, when I like to book my stream schedule, I like to know who I'm streaming with. And when people change the time, you know, I can't deal with change. Not when it's that sudden. You can't do it on the day. You have to give me at least 3 days notice in writing, email, text, you know, come on.
Mm-hmm.
At least if the world ends tomorrow, I know that I have it planned. Yeah. You know? Wouldn't you love to see my diary and what I put in it?
No. It's a scary place.
Really? Listen, while I was looking after Hollywood Mullet, the producer come up to me and said, "Listen, do you want to sell that?" And I said, "No."
No can do, sir. Holding it for a friend.
Well, he said, "Why not, Cal?" I told him the truth. I said, "You haven't got a rating high enough." Yeah, definitely no movies. We're not doing movies. We're not doing videos. And we're definitely not doing one in about 5 hours. Cal.
And I'm definitely not taking my pants off on his stream. Cobra.
Listen, do you own the battle bus?
I do, but it's already built, and I ain't got nothing to show you.
Well, we know that.
Wow, thanks.
Listen, you left yourself open. All I done was walked in.
Yup, I walked myself right into the door I opened.
Yes,
Right
sir,
smack into it.
No, you just walked through it. It was a glass door.
yeah.
Oh, I've done that before.
I picture his face, Panda, like a pug running at the door, not knowing it's shut, and you just got cow. Literally. Oh dear. Like I say, I don't know where this bolt of energy come from that made me want to suddenly live stream like 3 a.m. UK time, but you know, I'll probably get told off.
Burn.
Oh, Brett, you was too noisy at 3 a.m. I'll be like, what? We was having a party, a Lego party.
A Lego party.
In my live stream, we celebrate the Lego movie and we actually bow down to it. Because if it was not for the Lego movie, no, we would not have
We were
such
having a
high
sorting
prices.
party. Get a pile.
You know, we would not have such high prices and not be able to get the sets we want. It kind of makes you see why Cliffy don't like it. Because it puts the prices up, which should make him angry straight away. I do love Cliffy. Does anyone know exactly how old he is? How is your dad?
Oh, look. First off, he's not my dad. Cliffy is of a father figure.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if it wasn't his birthday, I had something to say after that, but I will not.
Wow.
Yeah, it might get the stream shut down. And I'm the one saying this, and it's my stream. Mind you, I've got to say, I think the best one was Yeti. What was it? Hoosier was in there exactly 59 seconds, and he ended Yeti's stream. Oh dear. I hope my buddy's alright. He didn't stream tonight. He's probably tired, been flat out. I don't know if anyone saw the pictures, but he has been working on his Lego room. I tell you what, you got to admire how determined he is to get that room finished so he can start building a castle. See, Cal? You're not the only one doing it. Who's just building a castle? Cliffy's building a castle. I'm building a castle. It's gone
castle
mainstream. It's gone mainstream. I have to find another
Not
picture.
tired of it. I've been waiting.
You know, all these castle mocks.
I keep hearing about this castle. This castle. I've heard for years. This castle. I have yet to see a castle.
Which one?
Any of them.
Who are you talking to?
You.
That's
Talking-
sit right in front of me. What do you think I'm
Talking to the
looking at?
ether.
Look, I know that at the back here is the Dragon's Fortress. Now, that's not a castle, that's a set. The castle is there, look.
Oh, you mean all your boxes you built this year? I got you.
It's not a box. A box is square. This is not square. This has protruding bits out the sides. Can't be a box.
A box doesn't have to be square. We only know a box
No.
has to be square because that's how we as humans make it. A box can be anything you want it.
Right. Cal,
What
try
makes
to stay with
what
me
makes
here.
it a box then, Cal?
Cal, how do you
Yeah.
know?
Are-
the first
are-
time
are all
a box
squares
is square
boxes?
Knew what a box was and that it was square.
I don't know. How does
Are
a
all
brain
bo-
know it's a brain?
You know,
Are all
that's like
boxes
telling
square?
someone, yeah, you're eating an orange when they're eating a peach. How's your orange?
That peach kind of looks orange.
You know.
Are all squares boxes?
Don't be a square, be a box.
Well,
If you made a cardboard box into a cardboard castle, is it still a box or is it a castle?
Oh, man, now you're breaking the dimensions here. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I'm destroying your. I'm destroying your.
I can feel my brain ripping apart just thinking about it.
we won't get into forts, otherwise you'll all lose. Because I've got more blankets, pillows, and chairs than all of you.
You got blanks?
Blankets.
Blankets.
Listen.
Oh,
Listen.
hey, all I heard was blanks.
Yeah, get.
Look.
Yeah, that's.
I don't-
That's all.
I
That's
don't
all you're
hold
firing
anything.
on right now.
Hey, I mean,
I
you
don't
gotta
hold
fire
anything.
something.
Listen, he didn't know he could count till 20 till last year. He worked out if he uses his toes as well, then he gets to 20.
All 19 of the toes.
Really? Well, that web feed,
This is a web feed. Ooh, Dusty.
Listen, I've heard you're the quickest swimmer in the swamp.
Quickie, I tell you what.
I tell you what.
I was the first one to get up out of there.
Oh, you see? We needed a shenanigans stream. I'm glad other people thought it too, because I'm so getting in trouble tomorrow. I've been bare loud. I'll probably break something. But it's alright. If you see me tomorrow on Reed Stream and I've got a plaster on my chin, you know it didn't go well. Mhm. Mm.
Why is your profile picture now a mummy? Oh no, that's a real picture of me.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad, but yeah, there's a potential I could get in trouble, but that's all right because I'm just going to say Cal made me do it anyway. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Listen, Cal, I've spoke about you to Mrs. Brett many times. I've said you're a proper little troublemaker. I said you keep the whole community jazzed up. People put their hairs on their back, stand up when you're around. She knows your trouble stuff. I told her.
The hell does that mean, Brett? Quit talking shit.
I said, yeah, that cow, the instigator. I said, he starts everything. I'm
Tell you
only
what.
joking. I didn't say that. I said, I have to be with him for him to be that. She said, so you're the instigator? I said, I might. She said, so you leading this cow astray? I said, listen, he was already astray.
I was already astray before I met, yeah.
You know? I moved the masonry brick. That was a big catapult. Big catapult. Look. Who's going first? Who's going first? I think we should. Yeah. All right. Listen. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh boy, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Listen, I can't even see them, dang it. Now I'm going to have to look down here in the other one. Right.
Ah.
We need answers in the chat. What's going for a little fly? This one? right?
Yeah, I vote the
Or
cow. Let's do the cow.
hang on. Well, you know, people do say that it's a miracle if you see one of these flies.
Yeah, that's true. They do say that.
Spider pig. Spider pig.
Every once in a while, someone will get to see a pig fly. You're not wrong.
Now you know it's very convenient that the pig has a single stud on the
Hold
back
on,
that you
hold
could.
on. The pig's asking for a crash helmet. We don't do crash helmets here.
It is very convenient that the pig has the single stud on the back that you can put the cape on so that you can make him fly.
I didn't even think of that.
See?
I know what I'm doing now.
Well, why not? You know? That's the best thing about Lego. You don't have to obey any rules. Illegal techniques. Yeah, why not? It works for you, it works for you. I'm not saying that I use illegal techniques, because I don't. But, you know, if you use one plate with something on it, attached to something else to make it something else, then so be it. I call that intuitive, not, you know, everything's got a purpose.
That's right.
The question is finding out what its other purposes are. You can use anything for anything. I use propellers off boats for flowers. So, and I'll happily show you an example. You know, am I the only person in the world that does it? Probably. Do I care? Definitely not. Does it look cool? Yeah. It looks cooler than it did sitting in the shop without the other bits attached to it anyway. Was it expensive? No. Probably 50 cents, if that. Like I said, it's different. I like having
It doesn't look vintage.
I got vintage. What do we want vintage? How vintage do you want?
How vintage is the question?
Yeah, well, I've got pretty much. I know, look. Proper vintage. Look, one of the rarest figures Lego's ever brought out. Look.
Oh my god, I just broke a Lego brown horse in half.
Do you know what? I did that the other day, Cal, trying to put the legs back straight.
Oh, I just broke a Lego brown horse in half.
Mm-hmm. Was it a vintage one, Cal? No, it wasn't.
No, but it must have been the old stupid brown.
No, that's the new.
What the hell am I
one.
going to do with a half a horse? You know how freaking messed up that is?
You're gonna throw it in the bin. That's what you're gonna do, like I did.
Gosh
Oh,
dang it. I don't even know how to fix that.
You build a mock where they're stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Cal, was it one of them horses?
Hmm?
Was it one of these
Yeah.
horses? Yeah.
Yeah, with the black on it, yeah.
Yeah, I snapped the
Right
back
on
leg
his
off
belly.
the other day. As soon as you stand them, or you try to stand them up with the legs, it snaps off there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I was trying to stand him up by his back leg and his belly snapped.
Yep. Told you. That's exactly the same
What
thing
the
happened.
fuck? Okay, so people, there you go. Don't try to bend your brown horsies. Well, that sucks.
And look, Cobra. Yeah, Cobra. Look, just for you. Look, there. That's how a horse should be. A horse, of course. All right, and then we got the vintage brown as well, with the fixed legs, like they're meant to be. All right. See, these have withstood the test of time. They've lasted
That's
forever.
crap.
It is them new horses, Cal. They're just not very good. The only problem with the vintage ones is they're about $13 a pop over your side.
Yeah, now I know how to frickin' bend them.
Yeah, no, I mean the vintage ones that don't bend. Yeah, between $13 and $15 a pop.
Mm.
But the vintage, I have to have a collection of them. And when I see the ones with the fixed back legs, I always buy them. Doesn't matter what condition they're in, what colour they are. You can always put a Vardin on them and use them as extras. That's why I save all the panels, Cal. Because all these panels you can't see are all sun faded from where it's all years old. And I just love that because it just says to me that this Lego stood the test of time. It's like nigh on 50 years old. Do you know what I mean? So that's good.
Yeah,
You know,
that is.
plus we have to do the eco bit. Look, Lego, all the time I'm stocking Lego in here, I'm saving the planet, right? Because the more Lego we've got as consumers that we keep, rather than throw out and trap the planet with, the better for everyone. So the best thing to do is turn all the plastic into Lego and then give it to people who build Lego, see? Then they hold on to it, look after it, and we don't pollute the environment. See? Eco bit done. Are we doing a food segment? Do I need to get sausage roll?
Sausage roll.
Yeah.
Where's the doorbells?
No. Today's live stream was brought to you by Monster Energy. Not a sponsor. Unless you want to sponsor me, in which case then bring it on. I will drink you out.
Bring it all on.
I've been drinking it for 10 years. Ain't killed me yet. And I could stop drinking it. I could stop drinking it tomorrow if I want to. But I don't want to.
All right, Brett. My phone and everything's dying. I came on your panel. I'm out of here.
Aw.
You did well,
Bye,
Cal.
Cal.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
I'll see you later. Woo.
Moo.
Take care, buddy. And then there was two. I know. I would move the camera, Panda, but the second I do, it's going to kick me out of my own live stream, so there's no point doing it.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, no. I'm glad I live streamed tonight. We've done an hour 15 and it's been fun. I like the fact that we've got no restrictions on what we talk about. I don't like people that are selective on what topics, you know. The world is huge and there's a lot going on. We all have different beliefs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, there's some good stuff coming out, you know. Some very good stuff coming out. I'm not ready to get a microchip in my arm, though. Definitely not.
No. Yeah, I don't think you want that.
Yeah. You know. It's not that, like, you have one of them in your arm, then you go for a night out, have too much to drink, pass out somewhere, wake up in the morning, and someone's emptied your bank account without you even knowing. Can't be a good thing. Yeah. I still haven't watched the end of that Diary of a CEO, Panda. I was meant to, but you know it's like.
Yeah, I haven't even watched it. I didn't even start it yet.
It's good viewing, brother. I have not seen The Last of Us, so we cannot have that discussion, unfortunately. I'm catching up on shows slowly, though. I'm select, though. I like to watch a whole series. I don't like to wait for episodes and episodes. I'm waiting for season 4 of From. I think it's on MGM Plus, and it's like, yeah, you have to wait a week for another episode, and they always leave it on a cliffhanger. It just reminds me of bloody Oak Island. You know, again, the other day, that come up in my feed on YouTube. Oh, we finally found something. After 2 hours of me sitting there hoping that they were going to find something, they found a few more bits of wood and a few more coins.
Yeah. That's the something.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll find the box that they all came out of, and then they just put them in the box.
Well, you know, it's not that, like, that was an old Reader's Digest story, you know, in the UK, Panda. You used to get, like, the Reader's Digest, which was a little book with just current events and pictures and whatnot.
Yeah, we used to get that here, too.
Yeah. You know, I remember, like, my nans and granddads having things like that. And, you know, I never really knew about it. Like I say, then the internet come along. The internet in its first stages wasn't what it is now. You know, and all the rest of it. But it was cool. I watched it for about 8 seasons before I realised the only thing they're ever going to find is a bit of wood and a coin. You know. I don't know the laws on treasure hunting, but I'd imagine if they found great riches, that some government somewhere would want a claim to some of it. So, you know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I've seen the National Treasure movie with Nicolas Cage, you know, and all of that. You know, just all these things you find any artifacts. Mind you saying that, Panda, there are a lot of people going out metal detecting over here finding things at the moment. My Google feed's forever people finding Viking treasure and, you know, swords and whatnot. The swords and that I understand because, as we know, this country's got quite a lot of castles. But the booty, I mean, you know, surely with ground penetrating radar and stuff, the government can see this from space now. You know, it's not really much of a hunt when you can see what you're looking for, is it?
No, really not. I don't know why they can't seem to find certain things with ground penetrating radar. Like,
Well,
it's like, are you just not looking? Because, I mean, it works very well.
I like, and again, we go on a little one here. We got 12 minutes. We do 12 more minutes, Panda. We'll take it to the 30, and then I'll end it, and yeah, whatever. We'll go from there. But I watched Joe Rogan talk to the guys in America that know about, like, the spaceships and stuff, and all of that. And I like the fact that if this is what they say it is, and we will find out eventually, maybe not in my lifetime, maybe in hundreds of years from now, people will find out about all this stuff. It will be unredacted and they will be able to see it. You know, if there is such things and whatnot, the fact that they're now telling us about it, I think is a very bold move. And I think it's the way forward. We need to understand if we are not the only ones, you know, in the galaxy, it would be quite interesting. And that's why I'm a big backer of Musk, because I like the idea of going to space. Not so much about the electric cars, because I don't drive the car. So, you know, again, I don't like the idea of a computer driving the car either, if I'm honest. Car is driven by a person. I'm sorry. You know, yeah, just no. I've watched iRobot too many times. I've seen what happens. You know, I don't want none of that Skynet stuff, thank you. Innit? You know, people in control of vehicles, you know. That's how it should be, you know. What's next? You know, are we going to have electric planes, Panda? Because I tell you what, I ain't getting on one. If we have electric planes, I am not getting on one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't think we're ever gonna have electric planes.
No, I don't
That's
think
that's just not that's just not gonna be physically possible.
no.
Not for any important use. It's just not.
Well, it's
It
not
would be
that.
it would be too heavy.
Yeah,
And to make this big, huge thing that'd be as big as a 747 that can only hold like 10 people, that's not going to be very
yeah,
economical.
that's it. That's it. I tell my friends now to go out and buy all the vintage petrol motorbikes because in 20 years, when these things have all turned to dust or have been recycled or crushed or whatever you want, turned into art, I don't know, to have these things tucked away, you know, all the movies I've ever watched of the future are people having vintage things. You watch Back to the Future when he goes forward in time and picks up the spool. do you know?
Yeah.
All
It's
these
always-
people in the future want the vintage stuff and they all want it pristine, you know. If only. As a kid, all the Star Wars toys I had, you know. Poor Will Harper, he'd give him a heart attack if he saw what I had as a kid because it was all Jenner stuff. We had black sacks full of Star Wars as kids.
Mhm.
I know I grieve him about it, but that's probably why, because I never really got into it. My dad liked it, you know what I mean? He's got the metal box set, the Star Wars one, the scripts, you know, holofoil pictures, all of that. But again, Star Wars is like Star Trek. They've both been done to the nines. There's nothing left to do with either of them, really, if you ask my honest opinion. You know, leave them be, find something new. You know, I don't often say this, but I take my hat off to Amazon for not rushing with Stargate. Because if you rush and ruin it, you're going to kill it and you're going to kill yourselves. Because that is one of the biggest sci-fi franchises in my lifetime. And yeah, the fact they bought the rights to it off of MGM and haven't done nothing with it is because they don't want to do it wrong. They know that it has got such a cult following that if they get it wrong, it's game over.
Well, I don't know if they know that or not, or they just haven't gotten around to it because
they were going to do a movie.
They did Rings of Power, so.
Yeah. But no, they were going to do a Stargate movie and they were going to, new director, they were going to try and recast with a few old cast members. And yeah, no. People voted and said, we don't want that. We want 2 or 3 of the old members to cameo in the new one straight away. And then, yeah, it lead off. And they were going to do a movie first. I've watched all about this. Then it turned into a series. They were going to do, I don't know, 12 episodes or whatever. I don't know.
Was all this Power Rings of Power? Was this all before Rings of Power or during its production before it was out?
This has been over the last 2 to 3 years. There's a channel over here called Sidetrack, and I watch it. And yeah, that they talk to people at MGM and so on and so forth, and you know, inside sources and whatnot, just to keep up with what's going on. But again, not that I would know, Banda, because like you know, the best we have to a Comic-Con is you get a con over here. There is no comma. It's just a con. Yeah. Again, I have looked. There has been a couple of shows, but they are so far away from me that by the time I take all this down and travel, I have to leave a week in advance just to be able to get there and show. If that ain't hard enough, the wife has me chained to the table anyway, so it's not like I'm going anywhere without dragging the table with me. I don't know. But yeah, no, like I say, when I come to America, I'd like to come during show season. Love to meet everyone. I will say it to you now that I've got you on my stream, Panda. Thank you again for all you did with your camera, buddy. For people like me that can't get to shows, you did one heck of a job. I tell you, if I was over your ends, I'd buy you a beer, bro. I promise you I would, because that was some good camera work. You showed us everything.
Yeah, no worries. I don't drink, but I mean, hey. You know.
Well, I'd buy 6 cans of soda. Then you have to drink something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I do appreciate the camera. It was next level. You know, I haven't got a very good phone myself. I do most of my castle videos off my phone and just upload them to YouTube. I went in to my phone provider the other day, and I still got another year before I get a new handset, which is a bit unfortunate. But when I do, I'm going to get something with a decent camera. Like I say, I should have. The last couple of days, I've been looking at GoPros. I'd like to get a GoPro and then try filming on the GoPro and see what it comes out like. Because my layout's so long that the webcam just doesn't do it justice. Whereas I feel the GoPro, if I put it on a gimbal, I can sort of walk along and show you everything. That's like I say, I'm not really a camera person. That was more my dad than me. But hey, it don't hurt to have a go, does it? You know, it cost me $100. It cost me $100. If it don't work, at least I know, and I can sell the GoPro. You know.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a trial and error thing, but I think that is the way forward. Again, for that, or I could just make my layout smaller. That way, then I can fit it in one camera shot. But that's no fun. I like it being too long. I'd like to have a third table. I've actually got a little bit of room up there. I don't know, maybe. The room I'm in is funny shape though, so it's hard to position where to put the tables. I've got 2 6-footers in front of me, but I'm also on a little 4-foot table that I've got the laptop on. Craziness. It's the old AFOL problem. Too much stuff, not enough space. Just build an extension out the front, Brett. I would, but we've got a drive out the front and it's a drop drive, so that would be a bit awkward. I'd have no objection to putting a shipping container out the front and attaching it to my room. Definitely not. I think the neighbours might have something to say about it. You know. No, why is there this huge lorry in our road, for one? For two, where do you think you're putting that shipping container?
Well, you put it in the back. You can put it in the back and just paint a mural of your back garden for everyone else.
Do you know what, Panda? We do. Where we live, we don't really have a garden. You've probably got 7 paces between the back door and the fence to the school that's behind us. That's how much rear garden we got. The front garden's a drive, as I said. So yeah, if we want grass, we go to the park. Yeah. Look at that. We're 129. Panda, thank you very much kindly for coming on with me.
Oh, yeah, no worries, man.
And to Cal. I don't know when I'm going to live stream again, so I'm not going to promise that I will. Go and check Panda's channel out if you hadn't already, you know, or if you're watching this on the repeat crew, that would help.
Yeah. I got stuff coming. I got, I think, 7 videos in editing hell, a bunch of content stuff to make stuff. I'm just super far behind. I'm about a year and a half behind.
Do you know what, Panda? Projects. That's why I don't do videos, because I don't edit. I just record, say what I say. If I make a mistake, I carry on, and I just upload. You know, and yeah, my excuse was always I didn't have a good computer. Now I've got a good computer. Maybe I have to start looking into all these things. Doesn't mean you're getting a video though. Anyway,
No.
let's shut this down. I've been your host, Brett Fields. Thanks again to my friend Pandemonius Panda, the people in the chat, and my good buddy, the Brickable Donut, who had to bail off after cooking burgers because he's a donut. Take care, y'all.
Later, everyone.